All right, guys, happy Monday. We are a few days removed from my trip to the Philly show over this past weekend. I have to start, obviously, with the people I saw and met there. The first person who came up to me was actually Reese ND Card Ranger. I had not met Reese before in person, but he is a regular at the Philly show. He recognized me from across the table. It took me a little bit to kind of piece together who he was after he introduced himself, but it was great to meet Reese. And then obviously the quote unquote locals to the Philly show, um, who is not actually a local, Andrew Nuff said Cards, and his two boys, Jack and Charlie, and then Mike Armstrong, who also lives in Pennsylvania, um, visited, as well as Mike O. Was so great to see those guys. I hadn't seen Mike in over 3 years. Andrew, it's been since the National. Mike since the National. Reese never. So it was cool to see familiar faces and people to stop by and check out what I had. So I only set up the Friday. I borrowed some table space of a friend of mine. I had a showcase and then some room for a couple of boxes for people to pick through and some set boxes I kind of had on the table. Um, so I'll just show the stuff that I found and bought. I won't really talk about the stuff that I sold, although I did very well selling. I don't really want that to be the focus of this video. This was the first card that I bought. This is a Hal Chase portrait from the T206 set. So this is a 350 subject, meaning it's from 1910. I got that for $60. From the same seller, I also bought another T206, but I sold it later that day. But I felt for a Hall of Fame portrait for $60, people like this card. Could not go wrong with that. That was not the last T206 that I would buy. I bought this awesome beater of Joe Tinker, who is a Hall of Famer. This I got for $20. This is a Piedmont 350. Great for someone's low-grade set or a binder. I was offered $40 for it at the show, but I feel like I could probably get a little bit more than that, even though it's pretty bad. I got this for half off as well. 55 Bowman Willie Mays. This is a card that people have been, I think, paying a little more attention to of late. Obviously, you can see there's a little bit of the next card on the sheet coming through, but for $137, I didn't think I could lose on that. The next many cards I got all from the same seller in two different instances. Well, first, I got into the show early because I was setting it up. So I got to the show maybe around 10 o'clock, spent maybe 30 minutes setting up, getting everything the way I wanted it to, and then walked around. The show opened around 1 o'clock. So I had like 2.5 hours to kind of stroll and buy stuff. So right after I found the Maze and the Joe Tinker, those are both from Huggins and Scott. And for you guys out there who do shows that Huggins and Scott do, they do half off vintage cards in their display cases. And so those two Tinkers, or rather the Tinker and the Maze, both came from that. And then all these cards came from the same dealer. He had like a stack of like low grade vintage singles in his display case, and I had to take a look at them. And I didn't find anything in the case, but he was like, if you like some of this stuff, I have a lot more of it. And I'm like, why not? I'll take a look. So it was all in, chronological order. But we'll start. I did not pay sticker on any of these cards. So Johnny Mize Bowman rookie. This was like the most fun I've ever had buying cards. Yogi Berra 51. 50 Bowman. Again, all low grade, but just so much fun buying these cards. 52 Bowman Orestes. Minnie Minoso, who just got elected to the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Bowman 53. I put that card down my pile immediately when I saw it. Another Minoso. It does have a little erasure right there, but from a distance, it kind of just blends right into the background there. So, a nice one. A Spawn 52 tops. Been buying a lot more and paying more attention to 52 tops. I never really appreciated that set. I know it's like weird to say, but the set kind of intimidated me. But I look for more of those now, especially the high numbers are tough. 56 tops, Sandy Koufax, and a Hank Aaron. You can see like the spider wrinkles going on here. But this was just such a fun box to dive through. Hank Aaron, low grade. This is a high number second year Juan Marichal. Willie Mays. And a lot of these are not really that low grade. I mean, some of them kind of snuck in there as more mid-grade cards. That was a Bob Gibson second year card. Hank Aaron 59. Willie Mays 58. This will not be the last time you see that card. Clemente 58. Great centering. Hank Aaron 58. I mean, these cards look great. They have a little character. This was an awesome steal. 55. Hank Aaron. Great color. This one was fun. Major paper loss here on the front, but color's good, does not obstruct his face. This is another great find. 54 tops. And Mazeroski rookie. He had a couple of these, but I picked the best one. So I got all of these great cards for $750, which was awesome. Sticker was over 1,100, and I handed them all to him. He's like, "Oh, let's see what we can do," and he just pulled $750 out. So I paid him immediately and was very happy with that. Went back to the table, sold some, and was still thinking about, that box. And so later in the show, probably about 6 o'clock, I went back over, sold some other stuff to some other dealers, and dove in his box again. I saw all these cards the first time, but paid more attention the second time around. So 54 tops Ted Williams. Another Hank Aaron. Low grade Gaylord Perry rookie. Another Hank Aaron, 61. A 52 Bowman Duke Snider. And lastly, another Willie Mays. So was such a fun show. Did really well selling, really well buying. That last lot, starting with the Ted Williams, was $325. He had a 50 Bowman Jackie Robinson that he had on consignment that I considered heavily, but did not buy. I was considering going back to the show on Sunday, but I didn't. Thankfully, Andrew was still there, and he negotiated on my behalf for a card for my PC, which I will show off. Very happy for that to come in. So all in all, great day. Had a great time selling at my second card show ever. Did really well. Very happy with my sales, and did a great job, finding good deals and buying. So couldn't have been happier. Really like to see my buddies who come through and meet me at card shows and stuff. So it couldn't have been a more fun time. I wish I had more time at the show, but from what I saw, it was well attended on that Friday. Stay tuned for, I guess, Mike and Andrew's, and probably Mike O's, and Reese. Reese was, doing some buying too. Stay tuned for their recaps. Interested to see them myself. So, guys, thanks for watching. I know it's been 10 minutes and showed some cards here. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.